Hi everyone, this practice is using a chair or a bench. I'm going to work through the Sun Salutations for people who find going to the floor quite difficult. Sun Salutation is a great way to practice, especially if you're feeling a bit cold and tired. It just brings the energy up. I'm doing this recording quite early in the morning, but the sun's quite strong in my face. So to start off with, and also you can't see my head when I stand up, that's because I want you to be able to see my feet later on. So I'm going to just break it down. The first thing we need to do is to warm up our shoulders a little bit. So let's stand in Tadasana and do Badanguliasana. So interlace your fingers and spread your palms forward. So grab yourself a chair, by the way, if you haven't got one, and then come back. So interlace your fingers and then stretch up. So we're stretching into the heels of the hands and sucking the fingers down and squeezing the outer upper arms in. Get those shoulder blades into the body. And bring your arms down, turn your palms, change the interlace. I'm really going to try and make this one a short video because it takes ages to upload here. Stretch up. So I'm just going to show you how to do it and then you can do it on your own. So it's kind of more of a tutorial style. And stretch up. And then interlace your fingers behind your back and get these shoulder bones to roll back. So we've been doing this lift of the front shoulder, descent of the back. So see if you can do that now in this interlacing of the hands behind the back. And notice how the side chest can come slightly forward and your trapezius muscle, so instead of it being like this, it's drawing down. So really feel that that's drawing down, because that's an essential movement for your upward facing dog. And then change the interlace. And again, draw those shoulder muscles down so that the collarbones are really broad and the side chest is lifting. Okay, so now let's go to our standing forward bend. So have your chair in front of you, have your feet hip width apart, inhale and stretch up, and then reach forwards to that chair. Keep your legs straight, hips back, waist forwards, chest forwards, arms forward. Then with the firmness in your legs, so engage your thigh muscles, use your outer buttocks, so you're really gripping the outer shins, outer thighs, outer buttocks, and that's giving you the strength to come up and bring the arms down. Do it one more time. Inhale, reach up. Uttanasana, stretch forward. Firm the legs. Just check that your ankles and hips are in line. And then inhale and come up. And the next thing is to work on the push-up or Chaturanga Dandasana. So to make it easy, you're going to go for a slightly higher height, like a windowsill. Place your hands and now make your body a plank. So not with the pelvis swinging forwards or with the ribs. So make yourself a plank with your legs straight, your arms straight, and you're on your toes. And then bend your elbows slightly and come in. But be careful that you're not letting your ribs come to the chair. You've got to keep the ribs back, so there's this kind of stability in your abdominal area as you go in. And out, and in, and out. So your coccyx is in, your thighs are back, your side waist is back, and in, and out, and in, and out, and just breathe and notice how the elbows are coming down. They're not going out to the side. So it's in and out, in and out. So the chest is broad throughout. And then stand up. And now see if you can do it with a slightly lower support. If you've got, yeah, that's enough. So toes tucked under, legs straight, coccyx in, and then bend the elbows, micro bend, don't go all the way down. Keep the chest broad, because notice how there's much more, if you do less, you'll do it more precisely. You know, I also find if I go lower, my ribs start to push down. So little and precise. And then see if you can be slightly more forward so that the hands are directly under your shoulders. Thighs to the ceiling. Oh, that's enough for me right now. So this is working to Chaturanga Dandasana, which is done normally on the floor. You can build it up, especially for those who are, you know, slightly weaker in the arms. Okay, so now we go to upward facing dog pose. So from downward facing dog pose, we've got to get the feet really far back so that we can get that kind of triangular shape of the downward facing dog. You get that lovely length in the side trunk and those armpits open. So if you're stiff in the shoulders, this is a great way to do your downward facing dog. Get those shoulder blades in, because often the back can be a bit like this, can't it? So get those shoulder blades in, but be careful those are flexible, not to drop the ribs down. Okay, then from this downward facing dog pose, now step forwards a little bit and then swing your pelvis forwards towards the chair, keeping your legs straight. Roll your shoulders back and bring your chest forwards of your arms. Look straight ahead and then exhale, step back, downward facing dog pose. So we're doing the stepping forwards and back because, as you see, when you step forwards, your pelvis comes closer to the chair. So step forwards a bit, keep your legs straight, heels back, and then swing your pelvis forwards towards your arms towards that chair. So your walk your toes forward, heels back, sacrum forwards, legs straight, shoulders back, arms straight. Notice how my hands are directly under the shoulders. Look forwards, exhale, step back, downward facing dog pose. One more, step forwards, inhale, upward facing dog pose, heels back, sacrum forwards, legs straight, knees tight, shoulders back, chest forward, look forward, exhale, step back, downward facing dog pose, and then step one foot forwards, then the other, and come up to standing. So those are the main components of a basic sun salutation. So let's see if we can string them all together. So we start off with the forward bend. So join your feet, inhale Urdhva Hastasana, exhale Ardha Uttanasana, which is your half forward bend. Then bring your hands to the edge, step back, exhale Adho Mukha Svanasana. Make sure you've stepped far enough back so you get that length in your trunk and your thighs press back, heels press back. Then from here, come to upward facing dog pose. So step forwards and keep your heels back, legs straight, pelvis to the chair, shoulders back. And then lift up into the plank position, and now comes our press up. So legs straight, shoulders above the wrists, and this mini press up there. And straighten, and then upward facing dog pose again. So walk your toes forwards, heels back, sacrum forwards, chest up. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog pose. Then step forwards just a bit to come to our standing forward bend. So feet together. Stretch forwards towards the chair, so now the feet are underneath your hips. And then come onto your fingertips, firm your legs, inhale, reach up to the ceiling, exhale, arms down. So let's do it once more, and then you can have another go on your own, or rewind and do it again, because I have been going quite quickly. So we want to try and coordinate the movement with our breathing. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, stretch up to the ceiling. Exhale, Uttanasana, half forward bend, Ardha Uttanasana. Step back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So place your hands, step back, feet hip width apart. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step forwards, inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Those legs straight, shoulders back, chest forward, shoulder muscles down. Exhale, lift your pelvis up, make yourself into a plank, and then that Chaturanga Dandasana, bend those elbows, micro bend, don't strain, then exhale, then from there, inhale, upward facing dog, so bring that sacrum forwards, chest broad, shoulders back, exhale, step back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Then step forwards a bit so your feet are underneath your hips. Ardha Uttanasana. And then come to your fingertips, firm your legs. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Namaste. Have another go and let me know how you get on.